Hey everyone, welcome to the amazing Icon of the Seas. Today we're going to take you on a tour of all the public spaces, so let's go check it out. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome to the beautiful Icon of the Seas. Here we are all the way down on deck 3. Just wanted to give you an idea of what the dining rooms look like. The dining rooms span the 3rd, 4th, and 5th deck. We'll show you a little bit more when we get up to deck 5, but here is the base level of the dining room here on deck 3. Beautiful, massive dining room, seats over 1,000 people, which is crazy. Now we're gonna head up to deck 4 and take a wander through the casino. The casino is massive, so I'm gonna let you just wander through here quite a bit, but there is a really nice bar here in the middle. As you can see, there are little poker machines at the bar. There are a ton of table games, and there are also a ton of slot machines. So you can wander through. There are some that are high roller machines. You can easily see those on the machines as well. Be careful when you sit down, check the amount you need to play. But it spans both sides of the bar here, and there are tables and slot machines on both sides of the bar. And I'll let you wander through here and take a look at all of the fun slot machines here in the casino. One thing I will mention for you here on the one side of the casino, if you wander out, it's going to take you right to the elevator banks and to the main dining room on deck 4, as you can see it right through there. If you go all the way down to the other side of the casino, which we will in a few minutes, you will see that'll take you directly into the music hall. Music hall is kind of like a concert venue. We're going to look at that next as we wander through here. But we're gonna head back in that direction. Again, you can see there are tons of roulette tables, craps, poker. There is a dedicated poker table that they use during the sailings. If you are playing Texas Hold'em, then you of course have blackjack and all the other fun casino games. We head back here towards the middle of the casino and then eventually back down towards the music hall here. I will also label all of these different places down in the description, so if you need to skip through, if you want to check out a specific area, I will have them all labeled down below so you don't have to sit through the entire casino if you don't want to sit through it, or any of the other kind of areas of the ship if you know what something already looks like, or you just need to get to where you want to go to. Next up, we are going to walk directly straight ahead here to Music Hall. So Music Hall has a band in it. Several nights on your cruise. If you're on a 7-night cruise, there will be a band in there probably 5 nights. There are also games that go in there, game shows, fun different events. It is a really nice space. It's also a great space during the day if you just want a little bit of peace and quiet and you want to hang out. The bar is open at night. It is a 2-deck venue. So if you are up here on deck 4, you're going to come in the upper area. And then if you come in again out of the dining room down there, if you cut through the casino, you can enter this on deck 3 as well. So just keep those things in mind. There are bars on both decks, plenty of seating on both decks as well. Next, we're gonna head up to deck 5, all the way at the front of the ship, and we are gonna check out the Royal Theater. There are a ton of different events that go on in here. As you can see here at the moment, we are here for Show Band. They do have a live orchestra on board. They do a show in here. Also, Wizard of Oz takes place in here. The Effectors show takes place in here. So this is a very, very active theater during your entire cruise. It is very, very large. It does hold a lot of people. It spans several decks. So you will have your choice of seats. None of the events got super crowded, I would say. This Show Band event was very, very small crowd. But even for the Effectors and for Wizard of Oz, it wasn't packed or sold out. So just something to keep in mind when you are trying to get there. I recommend still getting to your theater about 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time if you do want to be able to pick your seats and get something in the lower deck area there, if that is what you are interested in. Next up, we are going to come out of the Royal Theater and we are going to head onto the Royal Promenade. The Royal Promenade on the new Icon class ships is just massive. This is the 1400 bar, sort of mid-ship-ish here on deck 5. This is on the Royal Promenade, which you can't even really see at the moment. But one thing you can see is that you have these sprawling views of the actual ocean, something you don't have on any of the Oasis class ships. Here is guest services, and then the Pearl, which is what enables you to be able to have those beautiful ocean views. This Pearl is kind of an acoustic feature on board, has a bunch of acoustic panels inside. It becomes this focal point of everybody taking photos and pictures, but really what it is it's a structure that enables the exterior to have windows on it, because this becomes load bearing instead of the outside walls. So you get those great ocean views from here on deck 5. The Promenade is 2 decks now, fully across on both decks, which is amazing. So 5 and 6, you get these beautiful sweeping views, and you can even get some views of the ocean from Central Park, which we'll see when we hop up there. As you wind down here, that again over there is guest services again, just so you kind of get an idea of where you're at. There are stairs there that go up to the upper part of the Promenade, as well as you can use the Pearl, you can use the elevators, whatever you need. Point and Feather next here. This is the British pub on board. There's live music here every night on your cruise. Generally speaking, a guitarist is in here. They have great cocktails and drinks in here. It is a very, very nice bar, much larger than some of the other iterations on board of the Oasis class ships. And I'll let you wander through here for a minute. Gonna pop out of the pub right back onto the Promenade. See, they have the fun little sculptures there. You have the fun little dog on the Promenade. There are a lot of shops on the Promenade. So you have your basic sundries, you have your watch, your jewelry, your liquor, duty-free liquor, all of the standard things that you see on pretty much every cruise ship and every cruise line. They do have a Next Cruise desk here, as well as your Crown and Anchor rep will be here for many days throughout your cruise. If you have any questions or you just want to get some information on the Crown and Anchor program, or if you would like to book a cruise while you're on board, you do get some great perks if you decide to do that. All right, here we are down the other end of the Promenade. You have Spotlight Karaoke. This is a very large karaoke bar, which is a fan favorite on Royal Caribbean. One thing to note here, there are also private karaoke rooms. So you can reserve a karaoke room for 30 minutes or an hour if you would like to have your friends and family join you for just a private karaoke session. So you don't have to expose yourself to the rest of the guests on board, but you could do that. Or you can come in here and just hang out and enjoy it. They also do trivia and fun things in here as well during the day, and there's a great bar in here. One thing to note is no matter where you are on the ship, you're probably only about 10 or 15 feet away from getting a drink. So if that is a priority for you, keep in mind there are tons of bars. You don't have to stand in line. If something is particularly crowded, you can wander out and find another area pretty quickly to be able to get a drink somewhere. Next up, we are looking here at the Royal Caribbean logo shop. This is open during sea days and nights when you leave ports, once you get out into international waters. Plenty of Royal Caribbean swag in there. You of course have a full Starbucks kiosk here, so anything you would want from a normal Starbucks they have here. They even have cups and mugs and the Been There mugs as well. And at all of the Starbucks here, you can use Starbucks gift cards as well, or your Starbucks app to pay, so you don't have to use your CPass card unless you want to. Keep that in mind. Again, during the promenade, during the day here on the promenade, on sea days, they do have little kiosks here where they will have sales and different things going on. And then directly across from karaoke, you have Sorrento's. Sorrento's is the complimentary pizza place on board here. And this is open, I would say, probably about 20 hours a day. You can get yourself some pizza starting at about 10 in the morning. And then there is a ton of seating here, much more than in older iterations of Sorrento's. You will see plenty of seating out here on the promenade, plenty of seating inside, and plenty more pizza ovens. So the crowd gets big here, but it runs through pretty quickly, which is really, really, really nice. And you can sit at the little bar there and eat as well. There's plenty of space everywhere. Here we are up on deck 5, looking down from where we started on deck 3. This is the main dining room on deck 5. Depending on what seating you have, whether it's early lunch or my time dining, you will wind up in one of these dining rooms. You'll have your table number on your CPass card. You'll be able to find that pretty easily. Here is the running track on board. This goes all the way around the ship on deck 5. Just going to give you a little peek at that. And here is Absolute Zero. This is the ice skating rink on board. It is beautiful. The new oval shape is so nice. There's not a bad seat in the house. Next up, we're going to head up to deck 6 and we're going to check out the Crown Lounge. This is for Crown and Anchor members who are Diamond or higher. So if you're Diamond, Diamond Plus, or Pinnacle, you can head in here at any time during your cruise. There are drinks here in the evening. There's a full bar. There are snacks and juices and coffees here during the day or in the evening, whenever you like. You could pop in here. Later in the evening, you could come in and still get coffee and things, but there are no snacks out in at late night. Probably after around 10:30, 11 o'clock, it kind of gets a little quiet up here. But during the main hours, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you will find a ton of snacks up here. Whether it just be cookies and fruit or some canapes, you can always kind of find something great here. Up on deck 6, as we walk out onto the Royal Promenade, on the upper deck of the promenade, you have the attic here. This is the comedy club on board Icon of the Seas. It is really nice that there are separate venues for everything now, which really spreads things out, keeps the crowds small in all the areas you are in. The one downside to this is that each of these venues, while they are very, very nice, are pretty on the small side. So if you do want to get to a comedy show, you really do have to make sure you sign up ahead of time or you are early. Same with Dueling Pianos here. Dueling Pianos is amazing, ton of fun. This venue looks like it's big, but with 6,000 or 7,000 people on board, it is not very large. So if you do want to go to Dueling Pianos, you do have to get here, I would say probably aggressively early, especially for the late show, maybe 45 minutes to an hour ahead of time, if you would like to have a seat. Otherwise, you can hang out on the promenade as well and watch all of the music, which is still a ton of fun. Again, bar in here on both sides as well. So you can get a drink from the promenade or from in the interior of Dueling Pianos. So tons of bars and places to grab some drinks. As we continue down the upper promenade, you hit Boleros. It's the Latin nightclub on board. They have a band here most nights. This goes on pretty late into the evening. This is another huge Royal Caribbean fan favorite. It does get very crowded in here in the evening, but they do have amazing drinks in here. So check out some of the cocktails, huge dance floor, decent amount of seating, and another great bar, all within like 10 or 15 feet proximity of anywhere you are at all times. Here is Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. It's the Italian specialty dining restaurant on board. There's a beautiful bar in the middle here, and then there are tons of seating where you can see out into the ocean from the upper promenade, which is amazing. You could sit actually out on the promenade a little bit. Great Italian food here. This is not included in your cruise fare, so you would have to have a specialty dining package or pay a la carte for your meals here. Just wander through the rest of the Italian restaurant here. Once we wander out of there, we're going to head over to the Schooner Bar here. This is an all-time favorite on all of your Royal Caribbean ships. This is where they have a standard piano bar. In the evening, you will have a piano player here. You can give them some cash. They will play whatever fun sing-along music you would like to hear. There's a great bar here. This is one of the larger iterations you will see of the Schooner Bar. I find it to be a little too small on the Oasis class ships. I feel like it's a really good size here on the Icon class. Here is the Pearl Cafe. This is where the Pearl lets out to. This replaces the Promenade Cafe. There are grab-and-go food options and drink options here 24 hours a day. It is a beautiful spot to sit. You have full sweeping views of the ocean here. It is really, really nice. It does get very, very crowded during the day. Now we're going to head over to the fitness center just in case you decide that you need to work out on your vacation. I'm so sorry if you're working out on vacation. I'm sure it's awesome and it will make you healthy, but I was in here just to film it. So here is the fitness center, plenty of bikes. You have these great bikes out here that are just checking out views of the ocean, which is incredible. Fitness center is very large. It's 2 full decks. You have some workout rooms here. You can do individual training with an athletic trainer. You can sign up for. They do their little evaluations up here. And then you wander around here and you can head down into the full fitness center. You have all your equipment in here. You see some people, new Royal Caribbean staff are being trained. Everyone gets cross-trained, so they have to go around and check out all the different areas of the ship. And they learn fun things about all the different areas, like the fitness center. See all of your treadmills in here and all of your other equipment. It is massive in here. And this lets out right onto the running track that we looked at before on deck 5. Next up, we're going to cut through one of these other very small shops here. This is a really, really nice shop. You will find more Royal Caribbean swag here, a little Vineyard Vines collection there. And this leads you right into Playmakers. So this is on deck 6 towards the aft of the ship. So you'll head in here into Playmakers. If you continue going through Playmakers, you will wind up at Absolute Zero, the ice skating rink, which we looked at already. I just wanted to give you a different perspective here. Playmaker's in a great spot here. It is huge. Come here and get your campfire cookie. You do have some games in here, a little arcade. More like an adult arcade. You have a huge bar in here, foosball, pool, some old arcade machines, and then they have all of the sporting events going on are broadcast in here. It's a great area to hang out, whether you're hanging out here before or after your ice skating show. The Crazy Quest goes on in the ice skating rink, or you just want to come up down here. This is also not including your cruise fare for food. They do have some really fun food options, but if you have to have a dining package or pay a la carte for the items in here as well. Next up, we're going to head up to deck 7, directly above where we are right now, and we are going to take a look at the surf side. This is where the boardwalk would be on the Oasis class ships. They've transformed this into a family deck now. No longer the boardwalk, this is surf side. So here you have this beautifully ornate area here. We're going to take you around to Surfside Eatery. This is a private, not really private, but it's a small buffet that is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for families. So if you don't want to trek all the way up to the buffet, if you're hanging out here, kids are swimming, playing in the arcade, playing in the splash pad, doing all the fun things here for your family, you will find a nice little buffet here, and you can stop and grab some food. Take a quick look at it. It is a nice size. It's a great little area. You just want to pop in here for a quick meal with your family. Then you wander out here down the surf side. You'll see all these fun things for kids to do, including the carousel, including Sugar Beach, which is down here, which is a little candy spot. And then we have Sprinkles, which is an ice cream stand. Tons of fun things here. Surfside Bites, which is included in your cruise fare. There are little snacks here all day. Really did a great job here with all of the fun things that you could do in the Surfside. The Lemon Post Bar here. This is a regular bar, so if you're an adult, you can come here and get some drinks. They also have fun cocktails for kids here. So you can stop in with your kids, and while you're watching them, you can grab a quick drink and grab them something. As you will see here, there is no aqua theater back here. It is a giant splash pad for the kids and an infinity pool back here. Here is Pier 7. This is a specialty dining restaurant as well. We really enjoyed this. This will not be on Star of the Seas, we found out. I just think it's in a bad area. The food here is kind of considered like California fresh cuisine. It was really good. We had a great specialty dining meal here. It was quieter than we thought it would be, but alas, that will not be there on Star. So if you're on Icon, it's a fun little restaurant to try. Here is the splash pad and pool in the back of the ship, giving families this amazing real estate here, all the way in the back of the ship. Now we're going to head up to deck 8. Here is the Empire Supper Club. This is a brand new restaurant on board Icon of the Seas. This is a kind of like a nicer version of Chef's Table. They do themes in here with music. So there's a band playing during your entire meal. You have food and drinks. They all coincide with a very specific theme. This being a fun New York supper club. We're going to take you out here to Central Park, one of the amazing areas of the ship where it doesn't even feel like you're on a cruise ship. These are all real trees and plants. This is Chops Grill. This is the specialty dining steakhouse on board of the ship. Really nice, bright steakhouse. Food was great there. We're gonna wander down Central Park here. I'm gonna give you like a quick tour and then we'll go inside some of the places. Again, there are shops out here. This is all living walls, living trees. These are all real, over 10,000 live plants and trees in Central Park, which is incredible. Another new innovation for the Icon class, this is Lou's Jazz and Blues Club. We'll let you take a little look inside here. There's live music in here every evening while you're on your cruise. We're going to pop back out. We're going to continue our way back down the Central Park here. Tons of places to sit here in Central Park now. It is very, very nice. All little nooks and crannies you can find your way into. People are looking for ducks there, if that's what you're wondering what they're doing. Up here on the right, we have the Park Cafe. This is open for breakfast and lunch. It's a great little spot when you embark the ship. My recommendation is do not rush up to the buffet. The buffet will be packed and chaotic. And the Park Cafe here will be delightful. We embarked, we got on, and we came right to the Park Cafe. We sat down with our luggage. We just had some carry-on. And we had a really nice lunch at the Park Cafe, and it was very, very, very quiet. One of the things you will see here is that you can see the ocean from these little chairs. So if you post up in one of those chairs, you get amazing views of the ocean from all the way up in Central Park. Royal Caribbean did a really thoughtful job of adding some interesting things to this ship, so you have way more views of the ocean. The doors here, as you can see, go down to the Royal Promenade. And to the Pearl Cafe there. Coming up here on your left is Izumi in the park. You can order sushi at the window here and get some sushi for yourself. And then of course, you can go inside Izumi for specialty dining any night. You can schedule that and some lunches as well. It is your sushi and hibachi restaurant. On board, we'll give you a quick little peek inside of there as well. Then we're going to show you the inside of the Park Cafe, which we talked about just a minute ago. As you can see, we were here for lunch on embarkation day, and you can see how quiet it is here. There's nothing going on. There are a ton of options for breakfast and lunch. They have oatmeal. They have little breakfast sandwiches that you can make. You can create your own salad for lunch. They have soup. They have the roast beef sandwich. A bunch of grab and go things like chips, and you can stop and get juices and coffee and all of that. All complimentary, included in your cruise fare. Just double back here real quick and we're going to show you the Trellis Bar. It's a beautiful little bar here in the Central Park area where you can stop and get some champagne or any kind of cocktails that you would like. Now we're going to head all the way up to deck 15. This is going to be the Aqua Dome. In here, you're going to have the Aqua Theater, the Aqua Dome Market, Hooked Seafood, and some amazing places to sit. I'm gonna let you wander through here. There is a little shop on the right here as well. It is very, very, very beautiful. And we're going to head into the Aqua Dome Market here. The Aqua Dome Market open from about 10:30 in the morning through dinner. You have a bunch of different restaurant concepts in here. It is similar to like a food truck concept, what I would say. Really, really nice. You have options for sandwiches, salads, Mediterranean food, crepes, Chinese food, tons of different options in here. And again, open starting at about 10:30 in the morning throughout dinner. Now we're going to head into the back of the Aqua Dome area. There is some amazing seating back here. You, of course, on the right here have the Ryan Bean Bar. This is a really nice bar. You can also get great coffee drinks up here. It doesn't open until around lunchtime, so just be aware of that. You cannot get coffee here in the morning. Come to the very, very front of the ship here, and you have these amazing ocean views. As you can see, this glass dome here. Amazing seating. You even have the overlook pods, which are on the other end, which gives you kind of a bird's eye view of the whole Aqua Dome area. Little insider tip. This is also a lot of the time where Rover is. If you want to see Rover, does pop out. She does pop out over here a lot. So keep that in mind if you are looking to meet up with Rover. Also, another great bar back here, just tons of places to get drinks if you need them anywhere around the ship. Here are those overlook pods, they're amazing. Great sunsets back here. Then of course, here is the Aqua Theater. It's where the Aqua Theater show is, called Aqua Action. It is fantastic. If you watch our entertainment review, you could see the videos in there. And in our vlogs, you can see people drop from the top of that dome there into the pool, which is pretty crazy. And then here we have Hooked Seafood. This is a specialty dining restaurant open for lunch and dinner on sea days and dinner on port days. Obviously the seafood restaurant on board the ship, which is great. Here is Lime and Coconut. This is the fun bar that has now made its way onto the pool deck on most of the Royal Caribbean ships. There are several decks of Lime and Coconut here. This one is on deck 15. You see this amazing colorful seating out here. This gives you a chance to eat from the Aquadome market as well, so you can sit out here outside, get these great views. And then we wind down the pool deck to El Loco Fresh. This is Mexican grab-and-go food, open for lunch and dinner. You have tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chips and salsa. You have a little fixins bar here where there's guac and a whole bunch of different salsas. So really, really great stop-and-go spot here. And Cantina Fresca over there, which is a beautiful Mexican-inspired bar where you can get fun margaritas and different types of drinks. Outside of there is this little cove pool area, which is really, really nice. Fun little places to hang out, to play, to sit. You have swings here. And then of course you have the cove pool. There are a ton of pools on board this ship. So you get all different types of vibes, different music, different people. Here's the cove pool here for you, so you can see that. Then of course you have the sprinkles out here on the deck. This is your soft serve ice cream. You have several of them here, as you can see. And then we find the Royal Bay Pool. This is one of the large pools on board. It's a massive pool here. This was closed a few days while we were on the ship for different reasons. But a massive, massive pool, which is really, really nice. Tons of seating, even a lot of seating that has shade, which is really great. Continuing down to the other end of deck 15, we have the Windjammer Buffet. So if you go into the Windjammer, one big tip here is the Windjammer looks like it's huge, which it is. It's pretty massive. It's on both sides of the ship. The issue that I saw with this is that generally speaking, they stagger the times when they're open. So if you get here right when the buffet opens, which would seem to make sense where you would think it would be a little quieter, it's actually way busier because only one side is open until about half an hour, 45 minutes in to breakfast, lunch, or dinner service, and then they kind of open up the other side and space it out a little bit, but just be aware of that. Seems really large, which it is, but there are a ton of people on board and a ton of people trying to get food, so just keep that in mind as you're wandering through the buffet. Now we're going to pop out of the Windjammer. We're going to head up to deck 16, and this is base camp. So this is right before all of the fun things like the rock climbing wall, the water slides, and here is all complimentary, including your cruise fare as well. They have pretzel bites, they have nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken fingers, all of your fun little grab and go food items. You can grab here. Again, you don't have to pay any extra for it. You can sit here in the shade and relax if your kids are on the slides, or on the rock climbing wall, or the flow rider, any of those things. You have that here. It's a great little area, and I love that it has shade here as well. I'm going to head out of here, and then you're going to see directly in front of us is the Lost Dunes. This is the mini golf course on board, and then you see the giant stairs up to the massive water slides. There is an entire water park on board the ship. It's called Thrill Island and the Category 6 water park with all of these slides. There are drop slides, racer slides, tube slides, you name it, they have it on board here. It is pretty incredible. All the different water slides on board an actual cruise ship that is moving. Incredible. Next up, we're going to wander down to the Hideaway. The Hideaway is an adults only, 18 years and older. It's the entire back of the ship up here. You have a sun deck. You have a infinity pool that looks over the back of the ship. And you have a very large bar. Again, all of this is adults only as we head into the Hideaway. Again, lots of shade seating, tons of bar space, tons of areas in the sun, in the pool. You have all that you can look for when you're trying to get away on your vacation here. Here's the deserted milkshake bar. These are not included in your cruise fare. They are additional. You can make boozy milkshakes as well here. Really fun. Some of them look really, really good. Of course, the flow rider, there is one flow rider on here, and they switched up the seating now so that if you're watching, you can actually look out into the ocean, which was really smart. This is Crown's Edge, where you zip line out over the side of the ship. You walk out, and then there's a little step ladder, and it gives way, and you zip line off the side of the ship, which is pretty cool. More lime and coconut as we are up here on deck 16. As you can see, they all look a little bit different, but they're all fun. They all have the frozen drinks ready to go for you. Here is Swim and Tonic. This is a swim up bar on board of the cruise ship. You can just hang out, grab some drinks, get some music, hot tubs, and of course, if there's a swim up bar, why wouldn't there be children in it? You have some casitas here that you can rent for the day. Sea days and port days, there are a little more money on sea days, but it does give you a place to hang out. You have power in there where you can charge your devices, and you do have like a little base camp. I don't think it's necessary on Icon. There are a ton of seats around the pool. You can find places to hang out with your family. I don't feel like you need to pay extra for that, but you certainly could if you wanted a little privacy or your own little kind of getaway there. I'll spin around and show you the other side of the mini golf course here, just so you get a good look at it. It's really nice, very, very fun. Something really fun to do in the afternoon on sea days, or if you're just hanging out. We're getting to the end of the tour here, the last little nitty gritty. If you have any questions at all about Icon of the Seas, please feel free to shoot us an email. We're happy to answer them at jp@bytesizecruises.com. If you need any help booking your Icon of the Seas cruise, we are here to help as well. Just let us know, we're happy to help. We hope you enjoyed the tour of this amazing cruise ship. There's another great view of all the water slides. Here is the aforementioned rock climbing wall. There are a few levels there of the rock climbing. The Cloud 17 pool, tiny little pool off to the side here. A little quieter if you prefer a little less kind of music and have a little more comfort and quiet here. It's a small pool, very nice. And then last but not least, you're going to have your sports court all the way up on top of the ship here. Basketball, soccer, pickleball, all of your fun things up here. That will conclude our tour of Icon of the Seas. We hope you have a wonderful day and happy cruising. See you next time.